time of the week again. Prepare yourself for the surveyors of sauce, the sultans of spaghetti, the whispers in your ears. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the What's Your Spaghetti Policy podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Alex and Jacob.
On a road trip with the bros, with the family, whatever, and it's like 2 a.m. You don't want to stop and get a hotel, but like you stop at like a gas station, maybe like on a late night home. There's always the people that hang out in the gas station, you know, like the really creepy kind. It's like, how do you become that kind of person?
I mean, I feel like there's an age limit when that's like tolerable, because I know growing up like late high school, early like college summer years, like
Yeah.
me and the boys, like we'd just go fuck around at Kmart at like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and
So much so that like we look like ne'er-do-wells, and so
Yeah.
there would be people that would be like, the ironic thing is that I would later do the same exact thing to other kids when I worked in retail, but like, and not just kids, just adults in general. Like we had like a protocol at Hobby Lobby how we would like stalk people and like watch people.
How late was
Like
Hobby Lobby open, dude?
we were like fucking, hold on, we were like Sam Fisher, like peeking around corners and shit. But like I remember one time when we went to Kmart and like, you know, we're all dressed in like metal band t-shirts and all that sort of shit. And so
Yeah.
like we're being loud and obnoxious and just like
Just
we're not
teenagers, yeah.
we're not there's no destruction of property or anything like that. We're just being loud and obnoxious in the Kmart at 1 o'clock in the morning. And
Yeah.
so like we do look like hoodlums. And so, you know, there'd be people that would like, you know, they'd be coming to watch us to see what the fuck we were doing and why we were hanging out at a Kmart at 1 o'clock in the morning. But it's like,
It's shits and giggles, man, you know?
yeah, I mean, you do that with, you know, Walmart, Kmart, like all that sort of shit. It's just like whatever was open. But I mean, I don't know. Gas stations are naturally sketchy
Yeah, but I just like I
because they're open all the time. But like,
yeah. You gotta
I
feel I
mean,
feel like if you are that person, right? Say like, is there like a moment in time, like, because I have like realizations all the time, being just the person I am. You know, like I'm like, I'm like hard to be around sometimes, or like,
yeah,
you know, like, oh, I have
can confirm.
you know, I have a tendency to be annoying, like those. You know, I get
Can
those
confirm.
thoughts. Yeah, I get those thoughts randomly, but it's like, you think that they stop every now and then? They're just like, kind of being fucking weird, right? Or it's like you just don't care. You're just trying to survive. I guess it is survival too. There is some
I
of that,
think,
you know.
I mean, I don't know, because I think a lot of people are inherently like narcissists and
Yeah,
they don't think about their own faults, and
I
they're
don't know.
afraid of confronting their own faults, and like looking in the mirror is a hard thing to do, both like literally and metaphorically speaking, just like the idea of evaluating oneself. That's why it's like you don't get until you're in your like 30s and 40s, you just kind of like don't know who you are. Like in
Yeah,
your 20s, like you don't ever stop to be like, I don't know, maybe I should stop clout chasing. Maybe I should stop trying to be a people pleaser. You
yeah.
know what
It's
I
kind of
mean?
like it does kind of. I do wonder if, like, you know, the like the incel community, right? Like the people who like are super deep into like, oh, you know, like these people just don't like me, and that's why I don't have a
I think people
waifu
are
or
just
whatever.
lonely.
Yeah, I mean that's totally understandable. What I'm saying is just like, do you think that they ever come to the point where they're just like whenever they're in their Discord chats, they're like, "Good evening, my lady," you know, or whatever they do. Like they just like stop after doing that, and they're just like, "That's kind of fucking weird. I'm sorry about that. Like I'm just gonna like
No.
go and look in a mirror and like, you
No,
know,
because they're surrounded. It's confirmation bias because they're surrounded by people who do the same shit.
yeah." But I mean, just like,
Because they already don't have any real friends. So like the friends that they have are the same people that do the same weird shit. So if enough people do the same weird shit, then it's no longer weird.
yeah. But I mean, it's just, I feel like just at some point you'd be like I understand. Hey, personal freedoms, I get that, man. I'm on a daily basis. I'm like, I shouldn't have to do this shit. All
But
right, I shouldn't have to fucking piss all the time. I shouldn't have to fucking eat all the time. I shouldn't have to fucking take showers all the time. I get personal freedoms.
yeah,
Okay,
you should.
I get that, right? But at a certain point, it's like sometimes those quote unquote personal freedoms that you think are an affront on, like, you know, when somebody's like, oh dude, you kind of stink, you should like put on deodorant. Like at a certain point, you gotta like think like after like the fifth or sixth time somebody tells you that, you're just kind of like, maybe I do. Maybe that is a me thing, you know? Like,
Well, there is a again, we talked like a month ago about like social contracts and like just well maybe we didn't. Maybe we thought we did or maybe I thought we did.
We talk about
I
social
don't.
contracts all the time. Yeah.
But it's like you can do whatever you do, but the general rule as long as it doesn't affect or harm somebody else. The
Yeah.
moment you don't shower and you stink, you are affecting other people and you are wrong.
Yeah. I mean, and it's again, it's one of those things where
But
it's like,
you said it yourself though, like you're aware that sometimes you can be annoying and you can
yeah,
be
but sometimes
whatever.
I
I
always
also
wonder,
know
you know,
that I can be a dick. I can come off as like real fucking, you know,
yeah,
negative and angry and all these other things. But like if you revert back to that, but like how long do you dwell on that? If you're just like,
uh,
oh, I'm kind of weird sometimes, but then like you literally don't change anything and you go back to the status quo,
I
does
mean,
it
that's the
matter
thing.
if
It's like
you acknowledge it?
I do acknowledge it, and like I don't like. It's not like on a daily basis. I'm like, okay, I need to change my. But I do it like it's like one of those things where like, I acknowledge it, and then it's like okay, well, let me try today to not be as annoying, And it's like, but also,
Yeah, but that's also your personality.
yeah, and it's just, I don't want to change yourself too much, right?
You're
But
not,
it's
but like your annoyance doesn't harm anyone. It annoys people.
yeah.
Me.
And as soon as somebody gets like super annoyed, I'm like, okay, I'll chill. I'm not trying
But
to like. I'm just like in a goofy mood sometimes. I'm just a little goofy
yeah,
little
sure.
guy. I just like playing around.
Yeah. Yeah, there'll be
Uh,
days when you're like in the morning and I just don't tolerate it. I don't acknowledge it,
I can't
but
help it, man.
I don't
Sometimes,
tell you to quit.
yeah, you just don't respond. And it's
Yeah.
like it's about the same. It's about the same. It's about the same reaction. It's like you might as well just tell me to quit because like at least like then I know like oh okay.
But it's like when you don't take your medicine and you go on these like 4 hour long diatribes that are broken into like 57 messages, and then I'm just like,
Yeah, I
but
do.
I get it. I get it because I've done it too, where like
Sometimes I get in a flow state, man. I'm just like I gotta
you
say
like
this. I gotta say it.
when I get unzipped, I'm of like I can't stop. Once the floodgates is open, it's all got to come out, and then
Yeah,
like it'll be either you don't respond or you'll be like, yeah, man, I agree, or you won't respond till the next day when I have like I'm like I don't even know what he's talking about.
yeah.
What did I say? What did I
But
say?
I mean, like that does
What did he
happen. But it's like
say?
sometimes I'll get a message and I'll be like, I need to give this the attention it deserves. And so like if it's at the end of the day, dude, I have such a hard time just like being a functioning person at the end of the day.
Yeah,
And so like
after your youngest comes home, you're
it's
dead. I joke, you're dead. You cannot be
it's taxing, man. It's
you
taxing.
cannot be. No one can get a hold of you.
I mean, you could if you tried hard enough. I turn my phone on like ring sometimes just so like I don't
I f-
disappear into the
I feel
ether.
like
But
once you pick up Oliver, and then especially once Quinn comes home, like your phone is like upstairs away from you, and you don't look at it until you go to bed.
pretty much, yeah. I mean, it's like because as soon as the kids get home,
Yeah.
I go into like parent mode. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I have to
yeah.
make dinner. I have to like make sure the kid like I have to play with my kids a little bit because if I don't, they'll guilt trip me into being like, hey, you're a piece of shit, dad, and you like don't care about us at all. And like I don't think you've played with us in like the last 6 years. It's kind of crazy. Not even been alive that long, but
Yeah.
and so like I
Kids will
go.
gaslight the shit out of you, dude.
Yeah, especially dude, Oliver. You talk about gaslighters, dude. Oliver could give a master class in it where he's just he's like he literally like be like, "Hey, I want this for dinner." Like, "Okay, I'll make it." And he's like, "You ever said I wanted that? Dude, what are you making me this for?" Like, I didn't ask for
That's
this.
you. That's
That's
you.
no. This is like an evil degree where it's like, I don't know why you made that. It's really weird. I don't even like what you made me. Like, I've never eaten that before in my life, and it's like
I was.
one of his favorite meals. It's just like, okay, calm down.
It's yeah. So to piggyback off that, I had an experience today, sort of similar to that,
Hell yeah, dude.
where so we're seems like we're finally starting to make the progress on the fucking kitchen, and
Okay.
like, okay, like first of all, I don't even know. I know I've told you, but like I don't know if people are aware of like everything. Like my kitchen is still not fixed.
Yeah, that
It is
little leak that you had like
a
a
month,
month
2 months
ago.
ago, 2 months
Yeah.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it's still not resolved at the
It's
moment.
not resolved. And there's just so many hands in the honey jar
Mhm.
that it has just caused a lot of problems to the point to where I basically became my own project manager and took it over and was like, okay, I've got to do this, and I had to figure out the chain of events in which things had to be fixed in a particular order so that way, because like now, and honestly, maybe it has always been this way, but I feel like I've had issues before that weren't as taxing as this has been where like we had somebody come in because we had our cabinets are custom built but they're not fancy, they're literally like basic, it's just the custom measurements based on the the granite countertop we
Yeah.
have. And so we had those, they delivered them, and then the guy comes in the next day and he's like, I can't do this. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, he's like, the picture I was sent, there was no granite countertop. He's like, I can't remove this.
How did they get the picture without the
Because
granite
it
top? Oh, it was the
because
old one, I guess. It was like
because the
the
because we used the same company that we did before. Everything that was replaced is exactly as is. The cabinets are the same from the same company that they built, but the pictures they had on file when we did the original remodel before COVID, the picture they had did not have a countertop. So they just sent it to him. So all that, and he's just like, I can't do this, dude. He's like, they're paying me scraps to do this job anyway. He's a contractor, and he's like, my boss is not going to cover. He's like, this is $5,000 for this granite countertop. If I break it, this company has to pay for it, and they're not going to let me do it.
yeah.
And
But
I'm
it's just
like,
like at the same time, it's like, okay, so you guys just assumed that like it wasn't gonna have a countertop when you got here. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, I guess they just
I mean,
thought it
maybe
was
they,
the
I
same
guess
thing.
maybe they did think that they took the countertop off already. I get that, but it's like my thought was like they were like, yeah, he probably just didn't put a countertop on this like 2 years ago. You know, he
Or
probably
that
just,
it
like,
was,
left it
or
open.
they just assumed that like it was removed ahead of time. And I'm like, oh, okay. So then I call and like I tell the countertop people, and because they're like 2 streets down or whatever, and they're like, yeah, we can do it, no problem. And they're
Yeah.
like, wait, they're like,
Oh God.
they were like, is the faucet on there? And I'm like, yeah.
What do you? It's a
They're
kitchen.
like,
Yeah, it's on
and they were
there. Like we
like,
got to
well,
fix.
this is the first time I'd called the countertop people because they were unaware of like what had all had happened. And they're like, yeah, whatever. They're like, well, we don't deal with insurance. I'm like, I don't need you to deal with insurance. I need you to give me a quote so that I can give it to insurance so that they give me money so that I can pay you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to pay you, but like, whatever. And then like, she's like, well, can you turn the water off and remove the faucet? I'm like, can I? Yes. Will I? No.
Yeah.
And she was like,
Now,
okay.
audience members out there, I know this. People are like, dude, why didn't you just do that? Like, because it'd be so easy. It's the principle, right? It's
Okay,
the
well,
principle
no,
of it all.
there's more to it because A, it's a principle. B, insurance is going to pay for it. But C, um, the original leak that happened, we got that replaced, right? We got the
Yeah.
faucet, brand new faucet. If I uninstall it, it voids the warranty.
Yeah. That's another
So
thing too.
I,
Like as soon as she's like, yeah, can you do that? And you're like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. If insurance catches wind that you were the one that uninstalled the faucet, they're like, hey, buddy, sorry, we're out. And you
yes,
foot the entire bill. Yeah.
right. So then the problem
You don't touch a thing.
then becomes I've got to call and get this scheduled. So the first thing that has to happen is I now have to get the faucet removed.
Yeah. Check. That's one. Let's put one on
Then
the
the
board.
countertop people come out here and they moved it.
Two. Okay.
Okay. Then and then I've had to deal with the flooring people who
Okay.
there's the subfloor that has to be installed that goes because I guess the flooring people were just going to put the tile on top of the actual floor that is connected to the house, not the subflooring that's in between.
Now I'm thinking about it. That's a bad idea.
Yeah,
Because it's
and they-
like then you're talking about like differences in heights of the floor. And I
well,
get it, like you can
okay,
shim it
so
up. Or,
so
like,
apparently they weren't going to do that, but they weren't going to come back. But I had to explain to them the measurements
yeah.
are because you either have to do one of two things. You either have to remove the cabinets that are there and then take that out so that everything is even, or you
Yeah.
have to shim it up, whatever. But I was like, do this, blah, blah, blah. So then trying to get them to come out here because they're like, well, it
Yeah.
has to be the same person that does the whole job. And I'm like, so then now hopefully they're coming out here and they're like, well, we only quoted it for one visit. I was like, I don't give a shit.
Give me a quote for two.
Do what I say.
Give me a quote for two. I don't know.
Because then it becomes the whole startling realization that like the entire time I've worked, it's always like, well, the customer's always right. And it's like, oh, I think that was just boomer propaganda bullshit just to like validate their bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I have been the customer for 20 years and I've never once felt right.
And it always feels like they're trying to point. They're trying to like get you like on a gotcha kind of moment where like you're not
Right.
right. This is why you're not right. And it's like
I
Shut
called
up.
you the other
I'm
day
right.
and I was just like losing my shit because at the end of the day, I was right
yeah.
weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And no one listened to me because I'm just a big dumb. And so anyways, so now I got to get the flooring. And then once that the subflooring is installed, then they install the cabinets.
I'm
Then
guessing
once
they were
the
going to cut corners. They're probably going to. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. They're going to probably cut corners where it's like they were going to do the subfloor on all the places that were going to be tile, but then not replace it under the sink. and just leave it as is. But
Right.
then
So
like,
then when it leaks again, inevitably in 5 years, it will ruin it more.
yeah, and it's like, hey,
But then, like, once the cabinets go in, then they can put the granite countertop. Then they can come back and redo the faucet. Then they can put the drywall, and then they can take and put the rest of the flooring down because see, there's still flooring that goes all the way back into the laundry room and the bathroom. And I was like, "Where are you going to take that up?" And she was like, "Well, you didn't seem very interested." I'm like, "At this point, I don't give a shit." But I was like, "I need to make sure that my washer and dryer works." And she's like, "No, we'll just wait," because she's like, "We have to take the toilet up too." And I'm like, "Whatever, whatever,
so they're
just
like
do just whatever."
redoing the tile for the entire thing. I guess because that's
They,
right. You told me like they didn't have the tile that you got originally in stock anymore. So basically,
yeah,
like,
because apparently tile goes out every like 2.5 years. They
dude,
just
that is.
stop making it.
I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like they did the same
It
thing with
doesn't.
like with laminate flooring and whatnot. It's just like,
I don't even know what the whole point of that was, other than I've just been doing all that bullshit.
it was just that. It was just ranting. Hey, if anybody out there was keeping tabs on like how the kitchen's going, it's not at the moment. So
So, a lot of news stories this week, bud.
yeah, a few.
We're gonna start with this one that just slid across the desk
Shit,
as of
dude.
like
This is like second time in a row. You got something sliding
yeah
across the desk.
yeah
Jeez.
yeah we were
We need like a person to actually like slide you a piece of paper. Just hire them for
yeah
like this one
so
moment where you're like slid across the desk. And they
yeah
slide it across the
here we
desk.
go
Yeah.
ready
Okay.
there we
Ooh,
go.
nice. Fresh new story.
Chick-fil-A employee accused of using mac and cheese to steal over $80,000 from one of their locations in Grapevine, Texas.
Guys. I for one appreciate a good crime, right? A good crime that doesn't affect anybody but a stupid corporation. I love it. Give me more of those. Give me crimes that aren't
Especially a
affecting,
bigoted one, right?
especially a bigoted one, especially one that their tax dollars definitely go towards, funding all these anti-LGBTQ plus initiatives. But guys, we got to stop trying to take loads of money. Okay, like it's okay to take like $100-$200 out of the cash register here and there. Okay.
You want to steal a chicken sandy? Go ahead.
Again, still 100. You can steal 100 chicken sandos. I don't think they're gonna care. Stop going over $10,000. I feel like that's even 10,000's high. Okay, they're gonna find it out. Doesn't matter.
So, a Chick-fil-A owner has reported hundreds of phony refunds to the Grapevine police. Detectives noticed that Keyshawn Jones, an employee who was terminated a month prior, behind the counter and using computer multiple times without permission. Jones allegedly would process mac and cheese tray transactions and then refund the fraudulent purchase into his own personal credit card. Jones did this scam about 800 times, totaling over $80,000.
Okay, 800 times, totaling $80,000.
So $10.
That would be 8,000. It'd be $100.
But multiple mac and cheese on an order.
Oh, okay. That's see.
Not 800 times.
Okay, he did it 800 times, but it wasn't just one mac and cheese every single time. Because I was like, that's an expensive mac and cheese. I know that it's like people
Also
think it's
not
good.
good.
Yeah, so
I
people
don't
say
think
it's
it's
good.
good.
I think it's squishy and squelchy. So no, it's squishy.
Squishy, yeah. I mean, mac and cheese should be squishy. Not spongy though. I feel like it was spongy.
Yeah, there's a very fine middle ground where it's like it's got to be not like too tough, but not too squishy. So
Is it Mike that doesn't like mac and cheese?
I don't know, man. Why wouldn't you? I don't know, man.
Shouts out to you.
Shout
You
out
look
to
good in
Mike.
that
If you
shirt.
don't like mac and cheese, though, it's kind of like that's fine. That's whatever. Honestly, you can not like mac and cheese. It's fine. You look great in your shirt.
He then evaded arrest multiple times before the Texas Attorney General Fugitive Task Force and the Fort Worth Police Department were able to detain him.
Guys,
He faces charges on property theft, money laundering, and evading arrest.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to give it to the criminal here because it's like you fired him. Okay. I feel like to be fair, the story ends there. You fired the guy. Like this is like you got petty cash. You
he
have
stole-
petty cash to cover this shit all the time. The fact that you're like,
You said don't go over 10.
okay, but I'm still like I just think this is a bit of an overreaction for stolen money for mac and cheese. Okay, we're gonna get together a federal task force or some shit, whoever the hell they had, go after the guy. Like, come on, guys. Like, okay, if he was like the center of like some kind of animal fighting ring, sure, go after him. If he's like trafficking people, yeah, absolutely, go after that guy. He did refunds. He did refunds for mac and cheese at a Chick-fil-A. Go the fuck home, guys. Come on. Like, whatever. Put a warrant out there. Sure, absolutely. So if he gets pulled over, like, maybe we can have a little talk to him. A task force to go catch this guy? It's too much. I don't want my tax dollars going to that.
Well,
Go
you don't
catch the
live in
real
Texas,
criminals, you
so.
know?
Do you like Kit Kats?
They are fine. If you hand me a Kit Kat, I eat it, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to buy a Kit
Shout
Kat.
out to like pandemic era spaghetti where
Oh
we
yeah, we tried all the
did
Kit Kats,
we
dude.
tried
Hell
yeah we
yeah.
tried. God, that was a wacky episode. There was like five of us
Shouts
crammed
out to
into a
Bailey in
room,
Virginia. That was awesome.
and
You
my
guys, I
wife.
think I did just get done having COVID during that episode. So,
I think that was right before COVID.
and that was
We
yeah, because
came.
it was like one first or second episode back from post brain AIDS essentially, which is like
Mhm.
now we find out that like I probably had like one of the first cases of COVID, and so
Which is weird because like you don't travel,
no, I
so
don't
like
travel. Yeah, I just was dying for some reason. So
you went to the hospital, didn't you?
yeah, it's one of those moments where like when you go to the hospital and you're like, I don't think I should be here, and they're like, no, you should be here, and you're like, yes, yes, I wasn't crazy. Let's go,
But
dude.
then all you see is dollar signs.
No, I had we had good insurance back then, and so like I think we actually got money if I stayed overnight because it has like one of those reimbursement programs. But that's back when we had good insurance, and like when insurance was good,
Right.
you know.
Yeah. So, anyways, Kit Kats are huge over in Europe. Shout out. So the Swiss food giant Nestle says about 12 tons or 413,000 candy bars of its Kit Kat chocolate brand were stolen after leaving the production site in Italy earlier this week for Poland.
This is a
This
truck heist.
A
Okay.
truck heist. A shipment of crunchy bars made of waffles covered. I mean, we don't need to describe what it is, but whatever. The missing candy bars could enter unofficial sales channels across European markets, the company said. But if this does happen, all products can be traced using the unique batch assigned to the individual bars.
Again, like committing, like they're gonna figure it out. You know what I mean? Like that's the reason that like money theft isn't fun anymore, like bank robberies and whatnot, because it's like they're gonna catch you. You know, like
Yeah.
it's just a matter of like a few days, and they're gonna get you. Like the guys who robbed the Pont de Leons, right? They caught those guys. So
A spokesperson for Kit Kat says that as a result, consumers, retailers, and wholesalers would be able to identify the product is part of the stolen shipment by scanning the unpacked batch numbers. Now you're asking people to do the job for you.
yeah,
If a match is found, the scanner will be given clear instructions on how to alert the company. How about you just pay the people? And so in their statement, it says, while we appreciate the criminal's exceptional taste, the fact remains that cargo theft is an escalating issue for businesses of all sizes. With more sophisticated schemes being deployed on a regular basis, we have chosen to go public with our own experience in the hope that it raises awareness of an increasingly common criminal trend.
hey, I would rather that be the common criminal trend than like I don't know, murder, violence. You know.
But
Still,
like,
I say still more stuff, though. But
but like,
legally speaking, don't do it because I don't want to get implicated.
I mean, again, I think that it's hard. Like, there's obviously like a group of criminals that are very smart, but like most criminals are really not smart and they don't think. But like,
yeah, and they're
still,
politicians. Let's go, dude.
yes. Again, not smart, but
Yeah.
stealing 12 tons of Kit Kats, like what is your in-game goal there?
I'm saying people are going too big, right? It's okay. Like I understand. Like I'm kind of wishy-washy right now on it, but it's like you're going too big. Okay,
Like
calm down.
this is not cartons of cigarettes that the mob used to steal and sell on their own.
Yeah,
Like,
see, I feel like honestly, cartons of cigarettes, you're fucking rich. You're rich if you steal those. But
I
I
mean,
mean, like I'm
that's
talking
what
like, do you steal 12 tons of cigarettes,
that's what the
buddy?
mob did in the 60s and 70s, and then they,
I'm just
with
glad they
the-
didn't like murder anybody. You know? Cool.
No, they never did. I don't know how you feel about DUIs. They're not good.
They're probably one of my least favorite crimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I say one of because there's a lot of bad crimes, but like, yeah, definitely
Now-
one of worst.
They're, it's kind of local, but not really. But a local man was charged and accused of riding a horse while intoxicated. So, the first thing that I immediately think of is like back in the day, we're talking like put a macaroni feather in his hat and, whatever, or put a feather
Yeah.
in his hat and called it macaroni. Back in those days,
Yeah,
back in the, American Revolution, George Washington
damn, we're going
times,
way back, dude. That's like,
when there were no cars,
yeah, straight up,
when
no cars. Yeah,
when horse was the only way.
like literally the only way.
I'm sure that people were intoxicated. People probably died and were trampled by horses.
Buddy.
But like, was it a crime then?
because everybody was
Did you
drunk
go
back then.
did you go to jail for just public intox, or did you go to jail for operating animal while
I feel
intoxicated?
like the only time you went to jail for public intoxication was when you were pissed drunk and literally like pissing on like somebody on
Well,
accident.
they would throw you in the,
The tank,
they
whatever the
would
hell
throw
that
you in
is
the tank
called.
and let you sleep it off.
Yeah, and you would like get up and go to work the next day. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but
As a politician.
yeah, got them again, dude. They fucking suck. Anyways, yeah, I, I think that I don't know, man. Like if you, I guess it's like one of those things. If you were operating a horse that was pulling a plow, that's like operating machinery, right? So that's definitely a crime. You don't want to drive over like school children or something with a plow. Okay, it's not gonna do good. Um, but if it's like you're just out on a Sunday night stroll on your horse, right? You're riding horseback. You didn't even put the saddle on. You just want to feel a little horse pressed between your thighs. You know, your balls jingling on top of it, right? And you're just enjoying a Sunday afternoon, maybe having a little brewski or whatever, maybe two or three. You know what I'm saying? Who am I to tell you that that's not like a fun afternoon? If you, I maybe don't go on the road. You know, maybe do that out in the field because if you have a horse, I feel like you have a field, right? Or at least
Well,
access to one.
a man was arrested in Bowling Green, Kentucky, Thursday after police said that he was caught slumped over on a horse while he was walking along the road. Jorge Luis Hernandez, 48, was on a horse when the officer spotted him partially slumped over. According to the arrest records, he then began traveling on the sidewalk while still on the horse. Police detected a strong odor of alcoholic beverage, according to the citation. He also had bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and delayed movements.
I feel like, do we at
Hern-
least check him for like a stroke or something real quick? Or, you know,
Hern- well, they got to get him to jail quick. Hernandez told police that he had just left a liquor store and was headed home. The liquor store bag was tied to the saddle on the horse. This dude is like straight up outlaw. He thinks he is in the
yeah.
old
Well, I mean, he
west.
has a horse. Yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
be an outlaw if you have a horse.
After a field sobriety test, which he failed, they
Naturally,
determined
so
that Hernandez was under the influence and was promptly arrested.
yeah.
Hernandez is being held at the Warren County Regional Jail. He is charged with operating a non-motor vehicle under the influence of intoxicants.
Is it a vehicle though?
Non-motor vehicle.
Like, yeah,
Yes,
but
a horse is a vehicle. Yes.
is a bicycle a vehicle then?
Yes, absolutely.
I don't know. There's something about like him being on a horse where it's like, yeah, I get it. He's intoxicated on a horse. Like there, I definitely think you could do crimes. Like you could commit crimes on a horse while you're intoxicated for sure. But I feel like if you're just like traveling down the side of a road, maybe you're on the sidewalk a little bit.
But that is a crime to be intoxicated in public.
That's fair, I guess. You know, I guess lock him up. But at the same time, I was like, come on, guys. He was on his way home. You know, I'm sleep
Yeah,
it off.
but like the argument is like what happens if he's on that horse and he, veers off into traffic and causes a
Somebody kills a horse and a man, and it's kind of his own fault.
12.
You know.
Yeah, but that's still, but like, what if there's a car with a toddler in it and the toddler dies because of a car
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I guess. I guess don't do it again, man. Come on.
crash?
Could have hurt somebody, dude. Now, if he was driving a vehicle, absolutely lock him up. Throw away the key, dude. I can't stand that shit.
But also, like, a horse is its own living entity, and so like, horses are awesome, but
yeah, they were great, but that horse could have ran off any time. You know, if he was a bad
yeah.
guy, that horse wouldn't have let him ride him. So, I mean, that's got to count for something, right? It's got good character at least. You know.
So I have another thing that has happened as
This is-
a toddler of 2 is reunited with mother after being found under a blanket inside a repossessed car.
Yeah, that's not a good like Tuesday afternoon.
So, a mom has been reunited with her toddler after a child was found covered by a blanket inside a I just said that. The car was repossessed with a 2-year-old inside
Mhm.
in the 2400 block of Fullerton Street in Detroit on Friday, March 27th. Police confirmed in a statement shared with People that officers responded to the location for a 911 call for service, adding a mother advised that her 2-year-old child was in the vehicle that was just repossessed.
Okay, but was the
Why?
car like? Was the car on, or did she just have her kid in the car? Like, I mean, it's a scary situation to begin with because it's like, first of all, I want to know why, like, your kid was just like left alone in the vehicle, and like, was it on at least?
Here's the thing, man. Like, I Zoe is almost 9 years old, and there is at most less than a handful of times I have left her in the car alone.
I don't.
If
Yeah,
ever. If
yeah.
ever. I
That's
don't
what
know
I'm
if I
saying.
ever have.
I don't. That's something. I don't think I ever have left the kids alone in the car. Like even as a baby, no. Like it's just too
Absolutely
scary.
not as a
No,
absolutely
it's too
never as a baby.
scary.
Like Christina used to freak the fuck out. Like if
The door
like
shut before you got the. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I've done that before too. It's all good.
she used to be like, "Oh my God, what if the keys get locked in there?" And I'm like, "But the car's on, you know."
Hmm.
So, anyways, the tow truck driver with bulldog recovery did not realize that the toddler was in the car when he first looked because of how dark the windows were. Eventually, the tow truck driver found the child under a
This
blanket
is
inside the
okay.
vehicle.
Yeah.
The tow truck driver immediately turned around and brought the child back to the mother. According to police, the
Okay.
driver returned to the location and the vehicle and the child were unharmed.
My
Go
favorite
ahead.
part of this story was like he was telling the story about like the truck driver was telling the story about like how he had discovered the child. He was like, but yeah, man, on the way back, like to give him back to the mother, like I checked 3 or 4 times to make sure the kid was okay. Like I pulled over and checked. It's like, buddy, why didn't you just take the kid, put him in the front seat with you? Like I understand. Like,
Why? Because he probably didn't have a
hey, I'll take that L. Okay, if it's a liability thing, I'll take that L because it's like I'd feel much safer have the kid up front with me. I know he's not going to grab the handle randomly during the middle of the
it's
adventure.
not your kid.
I don't.
Because
At
then,
the same
because
time,
then,
it's like,
but yeah, but then this lady's going to turn around and sue you for whatever you've done to the kid.
hey, I'll take that L.
Emotion,
I
emotional
know.
damage.
I feel more comfortable knowing that the kid isn't going to at some point during the travel back to his mom jump out of the car back there where I have no ability to catch him, versus like him being asleep up here in the front seat. Like, hey buddy, just hang out here for a second. We're gonna get you back to your mom. Be okay and go on. Like I just feel like it was. Hey, after the first time, second time, I would. I don't know how he kept driving. I was just been like, I got to move the kid. I got to put him in a seatbelt.
It looks like no charges were being sought after at this time.
Yeah, he didn't kidnap the kid. I don't know why that. Like, it's like he didn't know the kid was in the car. You know what I mean? Like, so it's not like he was like trying to kidnap the kid or anything like that. So,
Yeah.
oh,
So,
a great day. That's
yeah.
for sure.
Now here's the big one.
Okay.
How many people
All right.
of a similar occupation,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
all with ties to certain levels of government,
Okay.
go missing when you start to be like, okay, that's a lot of people. Like, how many people?
I mean, okay.
One person disappears, not a problem.
Yeah. I
Two
mean,
people, you're like, weird. But again, how many people have to disappear before it's like, maybe we should probably start paying attention to that?
you're saying they're the same. They're like in the same field,
Yes.
but not the same like occupation, like not the same job. Like they're not all reporting to NASA.
What if they're all scientists?
Again, I think it's like one of those things where like if it's one company, say it's like uh
All scientists who are in government research.
maybe I feel like it had to be like because again, there's also other factors where it's like how
Dude, if
old are
like
the
three
people?
people, well, okay, so again, so
People
give me a number.
die, old people die. Sometimes you just wander out in the
In
forest.
a 4 year span, how many is too many?
Oh, in a 4 year span, like that's like it doesn't matter. Like it could be like 12 in a 4 year span. I'd be like, okay. Like if it's like in a 4 month span, like 11 people go missing.
Okay,
Okay, then I'm kind of yeah.
it
Okay, that's a lot of
okay.
people.
What if it's in a 4 year span? 12 people on the same hockey team all die.
Okay, that is suspicious. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so that's suspicious, but it's over a 4 year span. It's not 4 months.
I still feel like they're all playing for the same team, right? I feel like that's like a hey, you guys got
But not
something
at the
going
same
on.
time.
Yeah, but I mean, 12 people to die whenever like in
So
reality,
okay.
that doesn't happen a
So
lot at all, like in hockey, right? Like there was that one guy last year or the year before that,
so
but
the FBI is reviewing cases of at least 10 scientists who have died or disappeared since 2022, most of whom had connections to government research. The cases gained attention after the disappearance of retired Air Force General William McCaslin and fears that they are connected to and fears that they are connected have gained traction at the highest levels of government.
okay. Small
So,
caveat, okay, is that like you say it's gained attention at the highest levels of government, and then I take a look at government and I see who is government now, and I'm like,
sure.
yeah, they're
Okay.
fucking stupid. So Yeah, they're
Well,
gonna
I
be
found
like, I saw on TikTok today that these people disappeared. I should be concerned about it, so I'm gonna go to work today. I'm gonna take a
there
look at
there
it.
there is that, but let's go through the
Okay,
timeline.
sorry. Yeah, I don't mean to. I don't mean to be so cynical right off the bat, but I feel like this is like
That's
the
fine.
17th story that's come out in the last like 3 years, and it's like, it's probably gonna end up being what's that? I'm unwrapping it right now. Another nothing burger, you know.
Okay.
But anyways, continue with the story.
So
Sorry.
on June 11th of 2022,
Yeah.
Amy Eskridge dies by suicide in Huntsville, Alabama.
Okay, that's rough. Yeah.
Eskridge was the plasma physicist studying anti-gravity technology and had worked with NASA. One of Eskridge's family said that she told them that if she ever died by suicide, that it would not be true, and stated that she was being targeted by a directed energy weapon. Her father, however, believes her death was in fact by suicide.
That's kind of rough
July
though. When your dad's like, "Okay, honey," and he's like, "Nah, she's pretty sad. She probably did do this, unfortunately."
So a year goes by.
Okay.
July 30th, 2023. Michael David Hicks, a researcher at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, died at the age of 59. Hicks worked on the major space projects, including NASA's DART program, which was testing to see if it was possible to deflect an asteroid.
Okay.
His cause of death has still never officially been released to the public.
He was like what, 59?
hmm
Heart attack.
July 4th of 2024, Frank Meyerwald, another JPL researcher, died at the age of 61. He specialized in space research according to his obituary.
Okay.
His cause of death has still never been publicly
Wait,
stated.
how old was this guy?
61.
Heart attack.
May 8th, 2025, Anthony Chavez, a former employee at the Los Alamos National Laboratory, disappeared. Chavez was last seen leaving his home on foot. Multiple search efforts were conducted, but Chavez still remains missing to this day. June 22nd, 2025, my birthday. Monica Reyes, another JPL employee, disappeared while on a hike. Riza, sorry. Riza was an aerospace engineer who worked on a burn-resistant and high-strength metal alloys. She's also had connections to the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. Riza was not
Hey,
alone
shouts
on
out.
her
My
hike.
parents love that place.
Riza was not alone on her hike, and police say that she was about 30 feet from her companion, smiled, and waved. And then when that person turned back around, she was gone and never to be seen again.
That's taken 411. Yeah, she was definitely abducted by like Sasquatch or something. I don't know.
June 26, 2025, 4 days later, Melissa Casillas, an administrative assistant at Los Alamos, disappeared from her home. Casillas worked from home that day, having forgotten her work badge, and took her daughter to lunch. She was last seen walking alongside the highway without her phone, wallet, or keys, never to be seen again.
That
August
okay.
20,
That's a little bit suspicious. Yeah, definitely so.
Au-
Like something happened for sure.
August 28th, 2025. Stephen Garcia, a government contractor, disappeared after leaving his Albuquerque home on foot and carrying a handgun. Garcia worked as a property custodian at the Kansas City National Security Campus, which manufactures non-nuclear components for nuclear weapons.
Yeah, but then again, he was just like what, the bodyguard at the front or whatever. Like he was a custodian, right? Is that what it said?
hmm Property custodian. December 16th, 2025, plasma physicist and MIT professor Nuno Loririo was shot to death in his home on December 15th, 2025. The shooting has been attributed to a rivalry with another scientist.
That's guys, you're scientists. Calm the fuck down. Okay, why are you shooting each other? Like, what is it? I have to know what the argument was about, and if it's stupid, death penalty.
Before that, 4 days before that, a Novaterras researcher, Jason Thomas, disappeared. His wife reported him missing when he did not return home. His body was recovered from a Massachusetts lake on March 17th, 2026,
Aw.
3 months after he disappeared. February 16th, 2026, Carl Grillmeyer was shot to death on his front porch. He was an astrophysicist at Caltech who collaborated with NASA and was known for his work searching for water around exoplanets. A man was arrested in his death, but there is no clear motive, and the men did not appear to know each other. February
God damn,
27th.
dude. That is weird that like two scientists, like how many days were apart from those two? Okay, that is weird that like two of them would be gunned down like in the same span, in the small span of time. But
February 27th, 2026, a retired Air Force General, William Neil McCaslin, disappeared
now is this
after
the guy
leaving.
that started the whole like, or is this? I forget which guy was
Uh,
like the original, because that was like
this This is not the original, but this is the one that started to pick up steam, and
Okay,
everyone
gotcha.
starts connecting the dots. After leaving his New Mexico home, during his time in the Air Force, he oversaw classified space weapon programs and was the head of research at the facility rumored to house extraterrestrial debris from Roswell. Rumors about his connections to alleged UFO programs sparked questions about his missing case and possible links between the other missing or dead scientists.
Okay, that's where it started. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Why it was.
Um, April 20th of 2026, the FBI said it will lead an investigation to determine whether there are any connections between any of these.
I mean, like, that's the thing, dude, is that they'll investigate if there's any connections between these, and then it'll be like, no, there was no connection. It's just like shit just happens, and it's like, okay, and then that's that. Everybody, let's move on. They shit. You know, but it's just
Yeah.
it's one of those things where like I get it.
It's weird though because like we have our own governor, right? Or congressman who's been like adamant about like the UFO,
It
right?
has been
Like
like one
he
of the only things that Republicans and Democrats in this state can seem to agree on is that like UFOs are there. We got to figure this
yeah.
out. We got to get this. We got to
So
declassify stuff.
he comes out and he's just like, this is not cool. I just don't think
God
that
damn,
there's
I hate him
any
so much.
I know. I just don't think that there's any chance that this is all just a coincidence. And I believe it's the same congressman who basically said that he wasn't concerned about his kids being gunned down
It's the same one,
in
yeah.
public school because his kids don't go to public
And
school.
it's exactly why he doesn't care to pass any legislation whatsoever, and like why he doesn't care to fund public schools is because
Also,
like
why the
his kids
article
don't
came out
go.
today that our state is the worst for public education funds.
Shouts out to Tennessee. You guys fucking are stupid as shit, and you're not gonna get any smarter because they are refusing to pay for anything as far as education goes. But anyways, back to the aliens that are killing these people. I
Of
don't know.
course, your buddy Joe Rogan,
I'm sure that he's like, Jamie, can you pull that for
who
me?
is
Jamie, can you pull that? Where's the clip for the guy?
who is credited as one of the most powerful figures in U.S. media, recently suggested, unhelpfully, that the disappearance could be to do with plasma technology, whatever the fuck that is.
Thanks, Joe. I appreciate your input on this. I'm glad that we have you on the ground to fucking ask the real questions, you dumbass piece of shit. God damn, I hate him so much. Anyways, like this I hate to be cynical about it because I mean it really does feel bad that it's like this is my realm. I love aliens, dude. I fucking love aliens. I love extraterrestrials. I love intraterrestrials. Like I love just terrestrials, And but here in the last like year and a half, man, like it's just been such a shit show with like getting super hyped and super excited for all these different stories that are coming out and like people being like, yeah, disclosure's coming, man. It's right around the corner. And it's just like just constantly and news story after news story just like shit on you. Like it's actually there's nothing to do with oil. It's just something else. And it's like fine. But at a certain point, you just start being like seeing social media for what it is, and all it is just like people like it's a compounding effect where like one person's like it's kind of weird these people are like disappearing, like that's I mean like it's kind of strange, and then another person's like, dude, you're never gonna believe the story I just heard. People are disappearing. Like they're scientists, and then somebody else takes that story and they're like, guys, scientists are disappearing. The government's killing everybody. And then another person takes that story and it's like, guys, the government's killing people, and it's because of aliens, and they're all scientists, and it's just like at one after another, and it's just like it's the YouTube effect where like everybody's gonna have the next level of like this is so extreme.
It's a telephone game.
God damn, it's so fucking stupid. And at the end of the day, you find out like, oh, well, it's not actually 12 scientists. It's like it's technically like 4 scientists, and like the other 8 kind of just like worked in the area. And then like you find out like, okay, well, like 4 of them were scientists, but they were like on the opposite ends of the globe, as well as like the other 8 weren't technically working like in the science field. Like they're actually not related at all, and like they're actually like they were at like a truck stop or something, they work at a truck stop, I don't know, and it
Turns out that like half these people aren't real.
yeah, and it turns out like, oh no, all these people are actually like okay, except for the 2 that got gunned down. That's kind of crazy. That was like they're just like, yeah, that was kind of a weird one. Like yeah, they got gunned down like right next to each other.
We have no explanation for that, but guns are not a problem.
No, we're good here.
But to lighten up the mood,
Please,
and in as it has seems to have now become a recurring bit or thing where we do quizzes.
Hey, wait, before we jump into the quiz, I just want to shout you out. You guys had a championship. You guys won a championship, and so congrats.
Oh shit!
I just wanted to say, hey,
yeah.
congrats.
Yeah.
Shouts out to you guys.
Over the weekend, My daughter's softball team won the gold bracket tournament for 8U softball. Pretty rad.
They
Which
fucking
is
crushed it,
like
dude.
redeeming in a lot of ways and like a vindication for me because I don't know if you recall back in October, the last time my daughter was on a softball team that won a tournament, there was a lot of shit that went down. I'm not sure if we talked about it on this particular podcast, but basically, suffice to say, um, I was removed as a coach and not allowed on the field when she got to celebrate that win.
Yeah.
So long story, very short. That entity that was a part of that whole thing in October then started their own team. They happened to be in the same tournament
Let's
as
go.
we were. Unfortunately, we did not play them. They got fucking absolutely smashed
Let's go.
um, by another team because like the way they do softball brackets is like everybody plays. You play two sort of like play-in games, and then based off of like the win-loss and then the run differential, they split people into different brackets.
Yeah.
Like as if you have like a team that's really, really good, that's just gonna run a gamut on all the lower teams. And then like because the first team we played, we beat 15-0.
Yeah.
We did not play them again because they went down to a different bracket. They went to the silver bracket. So there was the platinum bracket, the gold bracket, and the silver bracket. We were in the gold bracket. So we went 1-1 and we only lost we went won the first game 15-0. And the team that beat us they beat us 8-6.
Mhm.
So
Not bad.
right, was not bad. And then so we ended up playing another team and we beat them. We came back in the very last inning and scored 5 runs and we beat them. Lo and behold, the team that we played in the championship is the team that beat us. And that same team had beaten us about 4 weeks prior in a tournament. So this team is 2-0 against us.
Damn, dude.
So,
Underdogs, needless to say.
and I was so incredibly proud of this group of girls because we had played in a tournament last week, and you would have thought that not a single girl had ever picked up a softball before.
Mhm.
Like it was
Sometimes it
just
happens, man. They just don't
like
like wake up right
like
or
it was so bad. It was embarrassing. Like it was embarrassing. Like
yeah.
just to be like, we played 4 games and scored 1 run.
That's rough. That's a rough way to
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
To turn right around a week later with just one practice. And we sort of changed practice and we sort of got the girls together and we're like, because like this group of girls particular, like they're not meshing as well as we'd like. They sort of like are sort of undercutting people to raise their selves, you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
The group of individuals, it's not a team. But they sort of like have watched that away and changed up the routines of practice, had a really good practice, and then sort of just like hey girls, like let's bring each other up. Let's start trying to, if somebody
Everybody's trying to
strikes
be
out,
number one. Let's all
well, it's
like
like if
be
somebody
number
strikes
one.
out, let's not pull them down. Let's not be like you struck out. We could have scored. Like it's like oh man, that sucks. Like let's gather, like
Oh
be
yeah,
a
no, you
team.
pick your teammate up, man. Like, hey, you know,
But there was not a lot of that for a while. But so
turn
we
it
ended up winning
around. Yeah.
when we won. It's pretty great,
Hell
good
yeah,
feeling.
dude.
And
Congrats.
I got to be out there with Zoe. It was a long day, but like what was funny is like we normally play on Saturdays, but it rained allegedly, and it got moved
Yeah,
to
dude.
and it got moved to Sunday.
That huge storm we
Um,
had, dude. It came through.
yeah, and it did rain, but it didn't rain enough to where we couldn't have played. But
Yeah.
so anyways, so we do this every week. Apparently, we're doing these
It's a new
quizzes.
recurring bit. Yeah. Yeah.
It's fun.
It's our
It's fun.
era. Yeah, it's our quiz era, dude.
This one's theme is going to be 90s cartoons.
Okay. All right. I feel like I got a pretty good handle on it.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to name characters in the show, and you have to name the show.
Okay. I feel like I got this for sure. Yeah. I got
It's
this.
12. So there's 12. So what are
Okay.
you setting your over under on?
Over under. I'm gonna bat pretty high this time around. I think I'm gonna go 7 out of 12. I think that's around the same that I picked every time now. So
I
I
think
think 6 out of 12 is what I normally go with.
I think you go 50%.
I'm gonna go 7. 7 out of 12.
So you think you're
There
gonna
might be like an
go
oddball or two you pull or whatever that I don't know.
knowing the answers. Six is I've got to take an over under. So I'm gonna take I'm gonna I'm gonna take the under.
Okay, that's fair. I understand it. Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna take the under.
Playing a safe bet. I get it.
All
You know.
right.
All right.
So the rules are I'm gonna name characters. You're gonna tell me the show.
Got it. Okay.
We're gonna start with
Mhm.
Bob, Fong, Dot Matrix, Enzo Matrix.
Okay, that feels made up as shit, dude. That's okay. Sorry. Go ahead again.
Bob,
Mm-hmm.
Fong,
Mm-hmm.
Phong, Dot Matrix, and Enzo Matrix.
Now, are these multiple people, or is it
It's
one person?
four different people.
Okay, so you got Bob,
Comma,
comma,
Fong,
Fong. Okay,
comma,
comma.
Dot Matrix,
I think
comma, Enzo Matrix.
those are people.
Yes.
Okay, so making sure. I just want to clarify now, because you did ask me a question earlier today, and it did. But then again, it's I don't know. I feel like that.
This one's a little tough.
Yeah, that one is a tough one for sure. I do want to go
It had, I think, 4 seasons at least. Let
Bob,
me.
Fong, Dot Matrix, and Enzo Matrix. Those are two
Mhm.
robots, obviously. I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of like a show that had two
So
robots.
first episode that aired in the US was in 1994.
Hmm.
I do believe it was on Cartoon Network.
Okay, 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 okay,
Um,
okay, okay.
Trying to see how many seasons there were.
Aired.
4 seasons, 48 episodes.
Okay.
So you might have been a little young.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go. No, it's not. But then again, you
There was a video
man.
game made in 1998.
Okay. Oh shit. All right.
It was on Cartoon Network,
Okay. Jesus, I don't mean to like draw
airing
this
on
one out.
repeat. Yeah, airing on repeats until 2001.
Okay, I'm gonna go with it's Cartoon Network show. Uh,
Well, it's not
eh,
a Cartoon Network developed show, but it
yeah,
did
yeah.
air on a Cartoon Network.
Oh man, the Battle Bots.
No,
Okay.
reboot.
Fuck, I was just watching that the other day, dude. I was just watching that the other day. I could not remember the name of it, and it's got the
You
little.
were not.
It was like the triangle symbol or the diamond symbol, right, in the circle, and then it's like black and gold or whatever. Yeah, I was watching the other day because like I was doing something where I was like fucking around and like looking at old cartoons or whatever, and
Yeah,
found a whole thing, and it's
you
like
were
yeah,
using a cheat sheet.
basically, and I was like, and it's a whole thing. Like, see, now that I know what it is, like, it's like a whole thing where like the CPU and like they're part of a video game, and it's like every episode they go into like a new corrupted, and they had to do a little video game and like figure out how to win and to like beat this guy. God damn it,
Yeah,
pisses
they
me
were
off.
keeping it. They were keeping it. The whole mainframe
Yeah.
safe from Cyrus is known as megabyte and hexadecimal.
Yep. I should have known that one. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name of it.
It's okay.
Sorry, fans.
It's okay. What about Marshall Montana, Dakota Dude, and Colorado Kid?
Oh, that's the Moo Mesa. That's the Cowboys of Moo Mesa. Yeah, yeah. I thought that might be in here. I did. Yeah.
I had to give you some. I had to
Hell
give you
yeah,
some
dude.
layups.
Hell yeah. One
One
for
for
two.
two.
Yeah, one for two.
What about Yakko, Wacko, and Dot?
Oh, that's oh gosh, Aura Monsters. Hold on. Yeah. Yes, that's Aura Monsters. I'm going with Aura. I'm locking it in. No, no,
You
no. You
are
look at me. You're
incorrect.
looking at me like I got it wrong. So yeah.
It's the Animaniacs.
Oh, fuck those guys. I don't know their names. Yeah,
Animaniacs.
I wasn't a huge fan of just. It's too much. Too much.
That's like your kind of bullshit.
It's too much.
And that's all. That also I could have said Pinky in the Brain as well, right? Pinky in the Brain. Yeah,
Yeah. But
with
I
the
would
two
have.
mice.
If you said Pinky the Brain, I would have known what is Pinky the Brain. So.
But that was like a side story on Animaniacs.
Oh, was it? I had no idea.
I don't think it was his own show. It might have been. I don't know. What about Eliza, Nigel, Marianne,
Wild Thorn Bears.
Debbie,
Yeah.
and Donnie? I
It's
didn't
Wild
even
Thorn.
finish it.
Wild
You
Thorn
were.
Bears. Yeah, dude.
Let's go.
Dude, I
Two
had
for
such a crush. It was a Debbie. Man, dude. I had a crush on her. The goth chick. Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, she was kind of. I mean, she was
She was
emo. She was
emo.
emo.
That's but it's a better
I don't
term
think
for
she
it.
was
Yeah.
goth. Okay, I love the confidence that you said that before it was done. Um, now that I may lose this bet.
I'm 2 for what is that? 2 for
2 for 4.
Okay, so I'm
Mhm.
saying 50% so far.
Otto and Reggie Rocket, Twister Rodriguez, and Squid Dullard.
God damn, Otto and Reggie Rocket. That sounds so familiar, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what are the names again? Give me it back. Run it back. Run it back. Uh-huh.
Otto and Reggie Rocket.
Okay,
So that's 2 people.
got it.
Twister Rodriguez and Squid Dullard.
Is this Rocket Power?
Is that your
That's
answer?
my answer. Yeah, I'm going with. I'm locking it in.
The answer is Rocket Power.
Let's go. Woo! I can't be too loud, but that's sick, dude. That fucking Otto, because they were related. I forgot. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were the brother and
Yeah.
sister, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's fucking go, dude.
Miss Frizzle.
Oh, that's the Wonder Bus show. Fucking. Oh man, I gotta get the name right though. I know. Miss Frizzle. What the fuck was her thing? Magical School Bus, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Good
Yeah.
job.
Yeah. She was hot too, dude. She's hot
I
too.
guess. Dexter, Dee Dee, Mom and Dad.
Oh, that's just the Lord. Yeah, you did give me a
Yeah.
softball there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you've only missed 2, right?
I think so. What is that? What number are we on now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you're 4 for 6.
Go,
5.
dude.
No, you're 5 for 7. Sorry.
Let's go, dude. Okay, all right.
5
I
for
only gotta get
7.
2 more right, and I'm good. I'm crisp. I'm golden.
I do think the rest of these are going to be tougher.
Okay, good. All right, bring it on. Let's go. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling good.
Throttle, Moto, and Vinny.
Ooh, that's a racing. It sounds like a racing show for sure. I mean, you got Throttle. I mean, come on. Like that's Throttle. What's the other 2?
Moto
Mm-hmm.
and Vinny.
I don't know any racing show because there was this like one obscure fucking robot show that I watched, like maybe once or twice, but like their toys were fucking awesome.
I will give you a clue. It
Okay.
is not a racing centric show. It's not like Speed Racer.
Okay.
Early 90s. I had the action figures, loved them.
Oh, dude, oh, it's fucking Street Sharks. I'm locking
Is
it
that
in.
your
Yeah, I'm gonna
answer?
say Street Sharks.
You were very close, but you are wrong. It's the Biker Mice from Mars.
Ah, I didn't watch that one. Damn, dude. I hope Street Sharks are on here though. I hope Street Sharks are on there. I know you're give me your poker face, but that'd be too easy. You wouldn't put it on there. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Drake Mallard and Launchpad McQuack.
Damn, dude, that's a duck one for sure. Is that? Oh, is that? No way. Is it DuckTales? I'm locking it in. That's my answer, DuckTales.
Darkwing Duck.
I feel like that's a half point because they're in the
Different
same
show.
universe. They're basically this.
Justice League is not the same as Batman the Animated Series.
But one came from the other. Okay. That's fine. I got it wrong.
Batman's in Justice League, but
All right, I got
not the
4
same.
wrong so far, right? Or is that 5 wrong? I think it's 4.
You have to get 2 of these next 3 correct.
Okay. All
to
right.
get 7.
All right. Whew, okay.
Right?
I think so.
You got Cowboys of
Mhm.
Moo Mesa. You missed Reboot. You missed Animaniacs. You got Wild Thornberries. You got Rocket Power. You got Dexter. You got Magic School Bus. You missed Biker Mice. You missed Darkwing Duck.
9. Okay, so
9,
okay.
10, 11, 12.
Gotta get 3
And
right.
you said you were going to get 7, so you have to get 2 of these next
Okay.
3.
Okay. Thanks.
All right?
Isn't who's the guy that does the millionaire? Wants to be a millionaire? Is that Regis Philbin?
It used to be Regis Philbin, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think.
I don't know.
Regis.
I
Yeah,
don't think
okay.
it
I'm feeling
is.
confident.
Okay.
I'm still confident.
Okay. Goliath,
Mm-hmm.
Hudson,
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn.
Damn, dude. Damn, dude. I know somebody out there knows this.
Oh, Ian is and Mike are
Oh, it's one of the cartoons they love.
yelling at you.
Okay. The only thing that they would yell at me about would be something Turtles related. But I don't remember any characters in those shows named Goliath, Hudson, and Detroit. What was that? What was the last one?
Brooklyn,
Brooklyn. Okay. Brooklyn, Detroit, right? Yeah. Wait, where is Brooklyn? Is it in Detroit?
New York. It's one of the
Damn,
5
dude.
boroughs, bro.
Just sounds like a city that would be in Detroit, honestly. You know, wait, Detroit's not a state, right?
Correct. It's a city in
City in
Michigan.
Michigan. Yeah, I would have said Chicago, honestly, but all right. But I don't. What were what were the hogs' name? The hog and the fucking what was it? It was a hog and but his name was like something like Groper or something. I don't know fucking what his name was.
You're talking about the warthog and the rhinoceros?
Yeah, dude.
It's
It's like
Rocksteady and Bebop.
okay, so this isn't turtles related. I don't think.
Same era. Same era.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Give it to me one more time. The names.
Goliath,
Mm-hmm.
Hudson, Brooklyn.
I can't remember the show, but I got it in my head. I think
They
it's not He-Man.
they in the group chat at least over a year ago, maybe more, they talked about rewatching it on Disney Plus, which is not going to help you at all because you don't remember yesterday. So
It's not He-Man, but I feel like it was like the show that I'm thinking of. It was He-Man adjacent, and it had that little fucking. Did it have the rhino that could shoot shit out of its face? Or was it? It was like or was it a slime guy?
I don't even know what
But that might have been too old. That
the
might be
slime guy, like Toxic Crusader.
no. It's like it was like it looks like He-Man. It was set in prehistoric times, and they like fought dinosaurs and shit. But I don't think it's the same show because I think that show is too old. But it's like it ran adjacent to like He-Man, and it came on at like Boomerang at one point. So I know it's too old.
Are you trying to say that they are old?
Hopefully they're not watching the video podcast. I can't see what I just did. But yeah. Okay. So I gotta answer this one. Okay, so
Yeah, I don't think you know this one.
I don't think that I do either, man. Man. Okay, so it's
I believe it debuted on Fox, like Fox Kids.
Okay. All right. Something that Mike and Ian are shouting at me about. It's not Turtles. I just rewatched it a year ago.
From 94 to 97.
Okay, and we've got Hudson, Goliath, Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, dude. Damn. Okay. It's fucking. I'm gonna go Ben 10.
Gargoyles.
Fuck, dude. Fuck. If I was gonna get one, it was that one. I should have known that one. Who's Brooklyn? Oh, it's the chick. Okay. Who's Hudson?
Goliath is the main dude. There's like different ones.
Yeah,
I
there's like the
mean,
dog gargoyle. For some reason, he can't fucking talk. He's just a dog, whatever. But what show am I fucking thinking of, dude?
the chick is, by the way, you're wrong. So there's Demona, Goliath, there's Brooklyn, Coldstone, Lexington, Hudson, Broadway, Angela, Bronx. So I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, you ready for the next one?
The Herculoids. That's what I was fucking thinking of, dude.
Dude, I don't even know what that
Animated
is.
series from 1967, dude.
They're not that old, dude.
But I
My dad-
guarantee you,
Bro, my dad-
guarantee you, they're like, oh, I fucking love the Herculoids. And that's why I'd be like, yeah, I know, because you're fucking
My
old.
dad was born in 64, Jacob.
Yeah, and he probably loved this fucking show, dude. But yeah, there was like this whole rhino that could shoot shit out of his horn. There was the blob things. There was like this guy that could smash shit. And there was a dragon. And there was a hot chick, of course. And,
All right.
and a he
I'm feeling a little bit more confident about my over
I
under.
just gotta get two more, dude. I just gotta get two
There's only
more.
two left.
No, I gotta bat 100 on these last two, dude. I'm still
The
happy
game's-
with this. Hey, honestly, thanks for everybody having me here. I'm happy with the 6 that I've gotten right so far. So, wait, 5. Sorry.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Doc Crawley, Luke Talbot, Trip Hansen, and Lance McGruder.
Rip is getting me. I feel like God. Okay, Doc Holly,
Doc Crawley,
Doc Crawley.
Luke Talbot,
Okay.
Trip Hansen,
Mm-hmm.
and Lance McGruder.
God dang. Mm.
Um,
I'm thinking of another fucking Boomerang show, and it's like the one where it's got very outdated caricature of like
It
an
is.
Indian child, like not
This was a GI Joe adjacent show. 1994, only had one season, 13
Masks.
episodes.
No, that's too old.
Had a whole line of action figures. I remember seeing them in stores. Um,
Hmm.
it was like for knowing that it only had 13 episodes, it was pretty like right there in my crawl, man. Like I must have saw it on reruns or something because like I don't know,
This is a cartoon from the 90s.
1994.
What was the names again? Okay, you got Doc Crawley.
Doc Crawley,
Mhm.
Luke Talbot, Trip Hansen, Lance McGruder.
Okay,
Those are all
Trip.
names of aliases.
Not A Team either. A Team's super fucking
That
old.
that would have been the 70s.
Yeah. Fucking not Masks, because I'm pretty sure that was also like in the 60s.
There's also the psychic and the monster.
Mm. I feel like you're helping me out, buddy, and I just can't. It's not register, man. Oh no. Okay,
It's
hold on.
it's deep, man. Like
GI Joes. Okay.
if you knew, you
I
knew.
feel like as soon as you say it, I'm gonna know it.
Well, the GI Joes was like 70s, 80s. This
I'm gonna
was
look
the
around.
90s, but like it was very very similar. Um
Okay. Okay.
Honestly surprised it's not been like rebooted and remade
GI Joe's
for
adjacent. I think it was a TV
I say
show.
I say adjacent in the sense that like it's
I got what you're saying. I actually feel like I know. Did it have a movie at some point? Can you reveal that information?
let me look.
Because it feels like nah. Because what I'm thinking of in my head is like you say that it's GI Joe related, but I'm thinking toys, and I'm thinking the toys come to life. I'm thinking about that movie where the toys come to life, but it's like an adult version of the movie, and they're like shooting razor blades and shit out of their guns, and like the GI Joe guy is like all badass and shit, but then he's like
Um
this one.
I don't think so.
Hmm.
This story is set in approximately 2020.
I'm gonna go with Power Rangers. Cause I can't think of anything else.
Okay. Did you ever hear of Monster Force?
No, I'm not gonna lie to you.
So
I wouldn't have gotten that one. What were their
so
names?
so Doc Crawley is a brilliant scientist. He has been one of Dracula's captives, right? And then Luke Talbot is the Wolfman. Trip Hansen is a martial artist. Lance McGruder is the powerhouse. Frank Shelley is the psychic, or Shelley Frank is the psychic, and then Frankenstein is the monster.
Monster Force. That's fucking. Hold
Yeah.
on.
So there was
Operation
an
Monster Force. Is that what we're looking at here? These are just the action figures. I don't want
no,
the
no, no,
action
no,
figures.
no. Operation Monster Force is from Fresh Monkey Fiction from Big Bad. Look at Monster Force animated TV show 1994.
Animated TV show.
Yeah, and they had the creature of the Black Lagoon on there.
Dude, yeah, I would have not. I would never have
No,
gotten that one. This looks way older than the '90s, dude. That's absolutely insane. This looks like a fucking. It looks like right alongside the Herculoids, dude.
it's not that old. 1994. All right, well, you failed. I
That's
was
fine.
right.
Hey,
There's
I can at
one
least
more.
bat 50-50 right here. Let's go.
There's one more.
Okay.
The final one.
Hmm.
Razor and T-Bone.
Hmm. Did I already say the show earlier?
No.
Okay. All right. Razor and T-Bone. Oh no, this is no. This is the. Is this the Street Sharks? I'm gonna say.
No.
I'm gonna. No, it's not the Street Sharks. Okay, I got it wrong. What is it? What is the show?
SWAT cats. The
Oh,
Radical Squadron.
bro, what cartoons were you watching, dude? Like, what time were you watching the fucking cartoons? Because
I
I
literally
didn't
like
catch that one.
that's the thing that's like I don't understand is like you're a year and change younger than me. But like I just feel like I'm so much older than you because like I have experienced a different childhood than you.
Dude, I don't.
Because
What
again,
time were you watching TV? Because I don't know what time these fucking
the
came on the TV.
same time as you, dude.
Yeah, but it's
SWAT Cats was in 1994.
like what is the runtime on SWAT?
Dude,
It's like okay, so SWAT Cats.
SWAT Cats.
Oh, it's with a K. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Look up Callie
Was it
Briggs, dude.
okay? But what was this? Was this okay? I'm just realizing that it's like not all probably like Cartoon Network affiliated, And that's where
No,
I was the entire. I was
right.
only on Cartoon Network.
Fox Kids, dude. Fox Kids. That's where fucking Batman came on,
I
premiered.
didn't
That's where
have
X-Men.
Fox. Okay, we only
Fox.
had Cartoon
Everybody.
Network.
Everybody had Fox
I
because it was
only
a
had
local channel.
I only had
No,
Cartoon
you
Network.
didn't. If you had bunny ears, you had Fox. You
I
had
didn't. I didn't. I
Fox.
didn't do that. I didn't do local channels. I had Fox. I had
You.
Cartoon Network.
You. I,
I
just
watched
because
Cartoon
you.
Network.
You had it though is the thing. You had it.
I don't know. Maybe.
Did you ever hear of Bobby's World?
What is that?
Okay. Yeah, exactly. So like there is an entire block of cartoons that apparently
I
you
just
just
feel like
okay, let me explain something to you. The turtles were so fucking big that there's like 30 spin-off
were they on
shows of
Fox?
no.
Okay.
Because the cartoon was in the 80s. And
Okay.
then the movie comes out and the live action movie comes out in the 90s, but then like there's a resurgence and the toys are huge, right?
Hmm.
But like you have SWAT cats, you have the Street Sharks, you have Biker Mice from Mars, you have all of these shows of anthropomorphic creatures set in the real world. They all spun. That's how big Turtles was. That like
I don't
everybody was
know
just
how I got onto Street Sharks because I don't know
Vin
if I've
Diesel,
I don't ever I don't know if I ever watched I had a video of him like with a yeah dude he
the
was
Vin Diesel action figures.
like I don't know like how I got involved in Street Sharks. I don't even know if I ever watched an
Fox
episode of them. I
Kids.
think that I just saw their toys at one point and I was like those are fucking rad looking.
But yeah, but all this was the same time. Street Shark, all this was at the same exact time.
I got no
So
concept of time either, so
Fox Kids. I'm trying to see what they had that would have. Dude, there's just like so much. Like there's just so much. I just don't. Digimon was Fox Kids.
yeah, I watched
Uh,
Digimon, but it wasn't on Fox Kids. I watched the movie in 2000 and what was that 2000 or
I don't know,
dude that
but like,
movie was so good. When it first the first Digimon movie that came out.
dude,
God
there was a
damn.
show called NASCAR Racers, bro.
Stupid.
Augie and the Cockroaches. That's where all the Power Rangers were. Was Fox Kids.
Okay.
Batman the animated series, X-Men, Spider-Man, Spider-Man Unlimited.
I think that's why we were two different kids, like, cause you were watching Fox Kids, and I was like solely a Cartoon Network kid who like
Dude,
occasionally
I watched Cartoon Network.
I would
Johnny Bravo,
occasionally. The
Dexter's
reason I
Lab,
know the Cowboys and Moo
Courage the
Mesa
Cowardly Dog.
is because like I would turn on Disney sometimes in the morning at like 6 a.m. and it would be like Cowboys and Moo Mesa, and like that's the only reason I caught those. I caught like one or two episodes of that.
Now, Nickelodeon was the one that I didn't watch a lot of.
I
I would
watched
watch.
that in the afternoon if I was like home, because it was the only one that had cartoons on. If I was home sick or something like that in the
I was
afternoon.
see that I watched Cartoon Network in the afternoons. Johnny Bravo, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Dexter's Lab.
Yeah. Damn, you got
Um,
deep in that cartoon. I was like, the TV was off by the time Dragon Ball Z went off. I think I had to
Dragon Ball Z,
do
Batman the
dinner.
Animated Series, like
Yeah.
because there was like I'm misremembering, but there was that block. Like it was like kind of like Toonami, but it was Toonami, wasn't it?
Yeah, Toonami had the block, like the
Because Toonami was originally at like 4, 5, 6 o'clock,
yeah.
and then it evolved into anime that came on Adult Swim when we were in like high school.
Dude, fucking Tom on the ship and shit. Like that was like back like they were building lore, like layers of lore
Yeah,
in between the TV shows, dude. And it was
yeah.
insane. Like you talk about like captivating, man. And like you got Tom who's fucking run like somebody's trying to blow up his ship and shit, and he's like running, and then he gets the upgrade at some point, like fucking Tom 2.0 starts, and he's just like, God damn, his voice. I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted on how I feel about this guy, you know. Now it's like, am I into him? I don't know, man. But I'm like 12, so
So